What's going on, everybody? My name is Box, the Pandaren Warrior in Area 52, and welcome to yet another World of Warcraft video. Today I want to talk about Aysa Cloudsinger and the Tushui Pandaren. I'm not really sure how to say their name on the Alliance, but I want to talk about their role in the Alliance and what I think they're going to do in the future. So I've made many videos on Ji Firepaw, expressing my disappointment that he hasn't really been involved in the storyline a lot. That extends to Aysa Cloudsinger. I actually just played through the Pandaren starting zone right before making this video, and damn guys, I gotta say, these two characters are totally underused. So Aysa Cloudsinger is more calm and collected than Ji Firepaw. She doesn't just act without a plan, similar to her Horde counterpart. So this is just my personal thoughts, but when I look at Aysa Cloudsinger, I kind of see like an advisor, somebody that would advise the Alliance in a less abrasive manner, right? Like you have someone like Greymane or Sky Admiral Rogers that would just kind of strike out at the Horde. I could see Aysa advising the Alliance not to do that and thinking through a plan more so. For example, I could always see her being like an advisor to Anduin, right? Like you see them at a War Council meeting, and you see Aysa just standing to the right of him. That's kind of how I could see her character being used in the faction. That's something that we don't really see too often right now. And to me, that's a damn shame because Aysa and Ji Firepaw would be a great voice of reason about the faction conflict right now. They haven't said a thing about it, and that just seems so strange to me. Perhaps they'll have a meeting about a future conflict, and hopefully Aysa will speak up saying that the faction conflict is pointless, and that it doesn't really accomplish anything for the world. Granted, outside of the Siege of Orgrimmar, Aysa really hasn't done anything for the Alliance, and I think that's a damn shame. You know, you see her in the monk class hall in Legion, just training some monks with Ji Firepaw, and I do like that they did follow up on that storyline when they said they were going to return to the turtle, but they are still the respective leaders of their faction. So one thing I'd love to see from Aysa Cloudsinger is a world quest involving her. We've seen other leaders pop up on the bottom of our screen, such as Tyrande, so why not have the Alliance Pandaren do something? Even if it's just them assaulting a Horde base, or them looking for resources, or you just taking out an NPC, have Aysa say something on the bottom of the screen. I would like to see just the Pandaren used in that aspect a little bit more. Hell, if you want to make it the Alliance versus the Horde Pandaren, Blizzard could always whoop up a few Haujin and Tushui characters that aren't really Aysa and Ji Firepaw and make an interesting storyline. The way Ji and Aysa are represented in the game right now, I couldn't see them fighting on a battlefield against each other. There'd have to be something really big to shake that up. Now this is totally ripped from a Discord conversation the other night, and I don't want to take credit for this idea, but I'd like to express my thoughts on the idea. So essentially in a Discord with Skull Shorties and a few other people, it was mentioned that it would be interesting if Aysa Cloudsinger died due to Sylvanas finding out that she's been communicating with Ji Firepaw.
No life is worth living if we cannot be true to our nature.
Now, while I do think this would be a really interesting turn of events for the storyline, I'd actually hate it if this happened, because at this point you'd have to wonder why the hell are the Haujin even part of the Horde after Garrosh Hellscream? If something like this did end up happening, it would honestly break my heart, especially after the events of the Siege of Orgrimmar. Now, this would push the playable Pandaren plot forward, but I don't think it would be in the right way that a lot of the playable Pandaren would like. Now, I'd like to see this happen on the flip side. Perhaps Greymane or another character like that finds out about Ji and Aysa's relationship and starts calling Aysa a traitor or something. I think that would be a really interesting turn of events. Make her choose between her loyalty to the Alliance or Ji Firepaw. Now that would be something that would be a really good storyline, and I hope Blizzard does do something like that. And again, I don't see this coming from Anduin Wrynn, but I could definitely see the other leaders like Tyrande or Gen Greymane having a big problem with their relationship, especially the way the current storyline, the way it's been going. Now this storyline's only possible if Blizzard decides to keep them as lovers, but let's get to the next point and really decide if they should remain lovers or we should go with the other alternate path for Aysa. Aysa Cloudsinger decides that maybe her and Ji Firepaw, they aren't meant to be together. Their ideas, they just don't align with each other. Ji's heart has always aligned with the ideals of the Horde, and Aysa's mentality is always aligned with the ideas of the Alliance, and they just don't connect anymore. Now look, I'm not gonna lie, when I was playing through the Wandering Isle earlier, they actually mentioned that they're kind of like yin and yang, and I thought that was a pretty cool comparison. Basically meaning the two Pandaren balance each other out, but they also need each other. At this point in time, I couldn't see Blizzard doing that, just due to the way they've been developed after the Siege of Orgrimmar and in Legion. However, I do think this is what needs to happen in order to progress these characters. They chose their respective faction, so I think Blizzard needs to give more evidence to why they're with their respective faction, and not make them seem like more of a neutral race.
hope you can forgive yourself for what you have done to him.
One last topic I actually wanted to discuss in this video is what allies the Alliance Pandaren could potentially bring into the Alliance. Now, there's a few races that would be a good choice. The Tortolan could be one as a neutral race. That's been discussed with a few people I know. The other race that I would absolutely love to see Aysa recruit into the Alliance, like formally, is the Jinyu. While they are officially aligned with them, I think it would be cool if we get like a confirmation quest, and she's the one to go seek them out. I always thought they were a pretty cool looking race, and to be honest guys, they're just reskin Night Elves. They'd have to find a way to do a female model, but I was actually playing as one with like a costume the other night, and I was like, you know, this race is really, really cool. So anyway guys, let me know what you think of Aysa Cloudsinger in the description below. Do you like Ji Firepaw better? Do you play an Alliance Pandaren? A little fact for you guys, I've only leveled one Alliance Pandaren to level 68. All of mine have been Haujin. I normally align my ideas with the Haujin and the Horde more than the Alliance, but I want to hear what you guys think of the Alliance and Horde Pandaren philosophy. Which one do you side with? And I'll see you next time.
So there's a forbidden love between the factions. That thing with Derek didn't work out, but maybe this could prove useful. Anyways, thank you for watching another episode of Box and Jackalope, and I can't wait to see you again.